Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I got a special Marvel related review for you. These are the Avengers Age of Ultron Marvel Legends figures. And these are related obviously to the upcoming movie coming out this Friday. So I'm really excited about that. Or rather Thursday night. It's, you know, nowadays it's not even midnight release. But anyways, I digress. This series is a part of the Build-A-Figure Thanos collection. So all of these come with different pieces for Thanos. And if you collect them all, you can combine all the pieces together, basically. So we have Captain America right here. We have Iron Man Mark 43 and the Hulk. So these are your Avengers Age of Ultron figures. And then we have Batroc and Spider-Woman in the back there, which are just regular Marvel characters from the comics, but they also have pieces to Thanos. There's also, if you take a look at the back here, there's Spider-Woman and there's Hellcat. So both of them come with the same piece for Thanos, which is one of his arms and his head there. So you can get either one, so I decided to only get one of them, because really I only got Batroc and Spider-Woman because I wanted to build Thanos. So let's just take a quick look at the packaging here. So again, they're part of the Build-A-Figure Thanos collection. So it says Marvel right there. So this is Spider-Woman. I don't really know anything about Spider-Woman, but obviously she's like Spider-Man, but Spider-Woman, I guess. I don't know. But there's your piece of Thanos there. Yeah, so there we go. And then the back of the box just kind of shows you those two characters right there. And of course it shows you all the figures in the Build-A-Figure Thanos collection. And that's what Thanos looks like when you put them all together. So pretty interesting right there. So we'll see how the actual figure is. I do want to get a Spider-Man figure eventually though. Spider-Man is my favorite comic book superhero. So definitely want to get a figure of him. And here is Batroc right here. So there he is. He has the main body piece to Thanos, so he is crucial in building Thanos unless you just want his limbs. So there we go, Batroc. And then of course, three of the main characters from Avengers Age of Ultron. We have Captain America right here. These are the figures that I'm excited about really, because obviously they're the movie figures. So they come with, so this one's got just Steve Rogers, his head right there, and then with the actual helmet on. And there's Captain America with one of the legs for Thanos. And the back right there. We have Iron Man Mark 43. I believe this is the suit that he starts out in the movie. And they have one that has Tony Stark in the helmet with the top part of the helmet open, which is pretty cool. And then one of just Iron Man right there. So that's a nice neat little touch that they included right there. Pretty cool. And then, of course, the back of the box, the Iron Man Mark 43. And then, of course, we have the Hulk right here. So, pretty cool. Nice, massive figure right there. And he just has one of, looks like Thanos' hands or something right there. Yeah, pretty cool. I believe the other characters they're eventually going to release in like a wave 2 or something. I don't know. But these are the guys that we have right now, so let's get right to it. Let's open these up and take a look. Alright, here they are out of the packaging, and I gotta say, the Avengers Age of Ultron figures, the Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man, are all pretty awesome. The other two, well, Batroc's okay, I just don't particularly know really much about the character or care much for him. But Spider-Woman, I really do not like. She looks cool as is, but the actual action figure is pretty terrible, in my opinion, but I'll tell you why. So anyways, here they are right here. Pretty impressive though in terms of like the scale of some of these figures, especially the Hulk. He's pretty big, and just the detail on him is pretty nice as well. So the Marvel Legends figures are something that I only started recently to get into with Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm excited to actually have some of these Avengers now as well. So first things first, let's start with Spider-Woman, because she is my least favorite right here. So this is the figure, and the reason why she is my least favorite is because of these little wings or spider webs or whatever they are. They're very flimsy, and if I were to like turn her arms like down, they would basically like fall off practically on the sides. Like if I just kind of, well, the other thing about the Legends figures, Marvel Legends figures, is some of the joints can tend to be a little stiff sometimes. So, oh, see, yeah, it just kind of fell off, if you get what I'm saying. These things really are kind of flimsy. So if I kind of show you here, the way that it sticks on is this little tab in here, and you're supposed to stick this in there, but it just doesn't stay on very well. It's very flimsy. It just falls right off, and that's really annoying to me. So these pieces I just don't like, so I'm just going to take that off for right now, and then I'll show you the actual figure up close. But these things I don't like. And there's also like these smaller ones here, so I don't know if these are like substitutes for that. There's two of them right here, so I don't know what these are. The actual picture in the box doesn't show them, but regardless, I don't really like those pieces. Without it, though, I mean, she's a normal figure, I guess. So the head does kind of move around a little bit, so you do have some head rotation right there. And I mean, she has some nice detail on the figure, though. I don't really know much about Spider-Woman, but she looks interesting, I guess. So there's, you know, the full suit right there, just red and yellow colors, basically. So, interesting, I guess. The rotation of the arms right there, you have some movement of the arms up and down, but it's very stiff on my figure. And this part here can rotate around as well. The hands, you know, rotate. So there's some articulation there. The upper body rotates around completely there. And the legs can move apart about that much, not really much more. She can kick forward, though. And there's a double joint at the knee there, so you can do that same stuff right there. So a lot of the figures here all have very similar articulation, so not really anything too, you know, crazy or surprising about her figure. I'm just going to leave her without the web wing things because those just get really frustrating to put on. These figures, some of them can be a little hard to stand, especially because her feet are kind of tiny in proportion to her body, so it's and I just knocked over the other ones. It gets a little challenging to get some of these to stand up properly, but there we go, that kind of works. Alright, so let's get to Batroc. Let's get these guys out of the way. Here's Batroc. I mean, he looks okay, you know, I just don't really know much about the character, care specifically about him that much. But, I mean, for what he is, he looks fine. Interesting design, I suppose. Oops. So, there he is right there. And so his head, you know, rotates around and moves up and down. So plenty of head articulation. The arms rotate around there, and they move, you know, up and down. They bend at the elbow there. There's double joint there. The hands rotate around. Very similar articulation on this guy as compared to the others. He does rotate around right there. The legs, you know, can move as well. Ta-da. Ta-da. So, anyways, you get the idea. This does rotate around his little boot there. So, he's interesting, I suppose. But don't really have much more to say about that. So, let's just get him to stand up and put him in the back over there. And we'll bring forward, if I can get him to stand. Stay. There we go. Captain America right here. So, let's take away his shield just for a second. So Captain America, this is his suit for Avengers, and it looks good. I like the design of the suit, especially in the movie. I mean, it looks good, and the figure translated pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the way that the figure turned out. So very similar articulation again. I'm not going to go through the full details of it, but I mean, you kind of get the idea just going through the figures in terms of what they can and cannot do, and you know, the rotations, the double joints at the elbows and knees. You know, you get the idea, basically. But the nice thing about Captain America here is he actually has a couple of different accessories. So he looks pretty cool as is, but you can kind of pose him in different ways. Actually, let me show a little bit more of the detail, just so you get an idea. If I can focus on... I don't know if the camera will allow me to focus a little. Let's try and zoom manually. The Avengers logo right there, which is pretty cool. There's some nice detail on some of these guys, you know? Yeah, so pretty cool. But basically what you can do is the hands can be replaced. He has other hands. So like this one here, let's pop this hand off. You can just pull it right off just like that. And he has two other kinds of hands. So he has like another fist hand right here. And then he also has like this open hand right here as well. So you have different choices. So if I wanted, actually no, that's not going to fit. No, I'll do the fist hand. The open hand is meant for the right hand. So now he's got his two fists right there. So there's that. And then, you know, if I wanted him to maybe hold the shield, here's the shield right here. Pretty basic, but you have these straps here, so you can just kind of slide the arm in like that. And just hold it like so. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. I do like, you know, having the additional hands and being able to interchange those. The other thing about the figure is the head can also be interchanged. So I can pop off the head right there, and he has the other head without the helmet. So if I wanted to, if I can pop this on, yeah. Some of these figures get to be a little difficult. Goodness, I don't want to like break it. I'm just going to take off the shield because I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on the shield. Doesn't seem to want to get on. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's supposed to work. Yeah, but it's just being difficult. Yeah, it's not really sitting on. But you get the idea. That's kind of what he looks like. I'm just not, I don't want to break it, because knowing myself, I'm going to force that, and then on camera it's going to break or something. So, anyways, I'll just leave them as is. But you get the idea. So pretty cool that they offer different accessories for him. So, that is Captain America. Right there. Then we have Iron Man right here. Iron Man Mark 43. So again, some pretty nice detail to it. Nice red and gold. The gold isn't like very shiny per se, but it's not really dull either. So it's a decent, you know, color that they use there. But yeah, I mean, looks pretty interesting. Again, very similar, you know, articulation and everything for him. The only thing is the shoulder pads limit his articulation a little bit, but otherwise, you know, very similar articulation he has as compared to all the others. He rotates right there at the waist, and then of course, you know, leg articulation and all that fun stuff as well. And he comes with another head also. He comes with, if I can, let's see if he's going to be any easier to switch out. He comes with a head that has like the helmet open, like a Tony Stark head right here. Let's see if I can show you that. Kind of like that. It's a little hard to see with something this tiny. There we go. You can kind of get an idea of the helmet there. All right, so let's try and pop this one on if I can. Almost. These alternate heads, there we go, that one popped in. So, you get the idea if you wanted to have them pose like that, which is kind of neat. But I'm going to go back to the Iron Man helmet. There we go. So, that is Iron Man. So, these are his hands, by the way. One of them is kind of open like that, and then the other one is a fist. He does not have interchangeable hands like Captain America does. Captain America is the only one that has the interchangeable hands as well. So let's get him stand over there. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Hulk. So this guy, he's pretty massive. Yeah, definitely. But he's really cool. Has, you know, a bit more weight to it and everything. But just some nice detail on him, you know, overall as well. I mean, I love the head sculpt. It looks really good. I mean, just look at that. That's really cool. Just overall, I mean, he looks really nice. Really solid figure that they made. And like down to even like the Avengers logo on the shorts and everything. I mean, really cool. Articulation, so the head does rotate around. He can rotate around right up here, like that. And then, you know, very similar articulation to these other guys in terms of the arms. Can rotate around if you wanted. Double joint at the elbows and knees as well. The hands do rotate around, you know, as well there. The legs, he can, you know, kick forward, and his joints are a bit more stiff, but, you know, it does work. You can rotate the legs, you know, so plenty of articulation there for him. But, I mean, just the fact that he's just so massive compared to some of these other figures is really cool, because they really captured the scale of the Hulk, which is really neat. So, lastly then comes to the actual, you know, combination, right? Because if you collect all of these, you can make Thanos. So, Batroc comes with these pieces right here. So we do have these pieces, and this basically is supposed to slide on. Looks like there's little pegs inside there. And then this is supposed to move the camera here a little. I don't know if there's a front or back. It doesn't really say specifically. Actually, looking at the picture, I think this is the front, because this side has like a line down there, and then this one doesn't, so I think this is supposed to be the front. And it's just supposed to slide on. Yep, just like that. Okay, pretty cool. So this is what came with Batroc. Then the actual legs. So the this leg right here came with Iron Man. So here's the leg right here, and you just push it in. There you go. Just fits right in there. And the other leg came with Captain America. It's like the start of Civil War right now, you know? Captain America versus Iron Man. It's like, which leg is, you know, they're fighting over the legs. I don't even know. That joke doesn't even make sense. But anyways, so you have those there. Then the Hulk comes with the right arm right here. So let me just kind of pull that up like that, and then try and push that in. Let me move this for now just so I can have a better grip. Okay, there we go. And then either Spider-Woman or the other one will come with the other arm right here, as well as the head. So that's where things become crucial. Well, let's put this back on. If I can, you know, peg that into place. Okay, is it pegged in? I think it is now. And then the head right here, so I'll just, if I can clip this on. It becomes a little hard with a camera kind of in my face too. That makes it a little hard to see. This just does not want to stay for some reason. But it is in the hole, so I think that's right. Goodness, this is like, yeah. All right, I think I got it. I'm just gonna leave that as is. If this will just stay down, there we go. Okay, so if I can get him to stand, you can see the size of the figure in terms of the scale. Okay, there we go. So that is Thanos combined. He's kind of in between these other figures, and then a little bit shorter than the Hulk right there, but still, you know, pretty big. But he does look pretty cool, so let's kind of take a close little look at him here. So, I mean, if you look at his face, some nice detail on the face, as you can see. Pretty cool. I mean, the overall look of him is pretty neat. I get a little frustrated at stuff like this, where this keeps popping off. That always bugs me, because, like, playability, you know, for kids and stuff, you know, that's going to be frustrating. At least if I were a kid, I'd probably get annoyed by that. But But, you know, for having him on display or something, I mean, he looks great, you know. He does have plenty of articulation here. You can bend at the elbows, bend at the knees here, rotate around. He does not seem to rotate all the way around at the wrist, the waist, but he can move up and down like that. So a decent amount of articulation there. But yeah, I mean, definitely, I think he's worth trying to build. I think he looks pretty cool. So, you know, if you're trying to decide whether maybe you just wanted Hulk and Captain America and Iron Man because they're from Avengers Age of Ultron. Personally, if you're going to get those three, then I would recommend getting the other two so you can get Thanos as well, because I think he does look pretty cool just to have on display or something at least. I actually just read the Infinity Gauntlet comic book series because I want to get an idea of, you know, what that was all about and everything, and so now it's pretty cool to actually have this figure of Thanos too, which is pretty neat, and I'm really excited about Avengers Infinity War. So anyway, so that's that. I mean, that's pretty much the whole little collection of figures right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and stay tuned for more videos on the way. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of some Avengers Age of Ultron figures. Coming up next is another review of more Avengers Age of Ultron figures. These are Toys R Us exclusive. These are 3.75-inch figures, Toys R Us exclusive 2-packs, one with Iron Man and Nick Fury, and one with Captain America and Black Widow. So I'll be opening these up, doing some comparisons with some other 3.75-inch figures that I already have, so stay tuned for that, and check out Avengers Age of Ultron in theaters May 1st in the US, and already in theaters in other countries across the country, in other countries across the world, so check it out. I'm excited about the movie. It should be good. So anyways, that's that. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later.